Can I just dip in here real quick to assuage the audience's fears and concerns and say that Justin.
Well, you're going to assuage the audience's fears and concerns. I'm going to go take a nap. I'll be back in 45 minutes once you address all these concerns.
Justin does have a Buick. He's always talking about his big, beautiful Buick Enclave. And I know people when Justin said that, you were like, wait a minute, has he been lying about his incredible Buick Enclave this whole time? And I just want you to know that was Justin. Say psych.
Psych.
Thank you. All of that fan art would have gone to waste.
Of you riding around in your big fucking Buick, hanging out the
beautiful Buick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant the fan art where people drew Justin as a big, beautiful Buick Enclave.
Oh, that's
Any
cool.
fan art in which I am not depicted behind the wheel of my big, beautiful Buick Enclave is actually non-canonical.
Yeah.
It is only canonical if I'm like in the Buick Enclave with tunes blasting.
Yeah,
and I got the pedal to the sort of halfway to the metal at a safe speed.
Yeah, I saw a piece.
You have a cold brew waiting for you at home.
Yes.
Where you will not be driving.
And that's hard to depict an object that is that far away. But Juice, one time on Tumblr, I saw you driving a Chevy Cruze, and I reported it. I reported it, and the user
jail now.
The user was promptly arrested.
Yeah, I love driving my big beautiful Buick.
Yeah, we know.
One thing I do is that I leave the passenger side airbag inflated so I can sleep in there because I never want to leave it. Yeah, it's nice.
Your family does miss you, by the way.
My family should be a Buick.
But Sydney called me and told me to ask you to please come inside from the garage. You've just been recording in the Buick and eating in the Buick. And
does Sydney have a Hemi?
You know, I haven't asked.
Does she go honk honk when she talk? No.
She get 18 city, 26 highway?
No.
Is she a mid-sized luxury SUV?
No.
She's not my beautiful Buick Enclave.
Travis, what would you say, just a guesstimate, Sydney's towing capacity is? Is it 1,500 pounds? Is it 1,500
not
pounds?
Even close.
Probably not.
No way. Maybe 1,200?
Just another way in which Sydney doesn't really measure up to the 2020 Buick Enclave.
I love my children, but what they don't have is a refined powertrain.
That's true.
That is going to give you a gentle ride. They have very little space for cargo also.
But Justin, can your Buick give you a hug?
You're missing the point, Travis.
You don't understand, Travis. The Buick has the smart slide second row that makes room for all the big groceries Justin buys every week.
Yeah.
Did my kids get called by U.S. News and World Report a car? They did it, right? So no, they're not a car. They're not my big, beautiful car.
I guess that's true.
The saddest irony is I bought this big, beautiful Buick Enclave to tow my family around.
Yeah,
right.
But the Buick Enclave became a found family for me. I have connected myself to it in every available porthole and sort of orifice, a car orifice that it possesses. I am turning myself into a Matrix-like human.
Now, it is not a Toyota Matrix, Justin. It is a big, beautiful Buick Enclave.
Right. That's a good point. Thank you.
So this is like in Lawnmower Man, except instead of connecting yourself to a lawnmower, you're connecting yourself to a car.
Yeah.
It's not a lawnmower. It's a beautiful
I know.
2020 Buick Enclave.
Now, what if your children asked to get in the Buick with you?
Oh, there's a whole delousing process. That it's like the Andromeda strain. They have to walk through a sort of antiseptic goo. They wade through that. Because I will say about the Buick Enclave, the interior stains like hysterically easily. Like I sneezed in there, and there's been a sort of beige spot on the passenger seat that I just cannot get rid of.
And
now listen, my kids are going to have, if my kids want to sit in my big, beautiful Buick Enclave, they're going to have lots of options. There's 3 rows of first class seating in this back.
Wow.
Yeah, with got that chestnut interior. And
I love that.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a beautiful. I mean, they have so many options, except the option to come into the car and sit in it.
Yeah.
They can't sit in Daddy's new wife. Is I guess what I'm saying.
Okay.
But wife is so reductive.
Yes,
because it's also like my father,
and it's also like yourself.
This car is everything to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what you can't get with a Buick Enclave?
What?
Within 6 feet of me. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I don't get out of the Enclave.
Okay.
Oh, I see. It's a large vehicle. I think.
Once the dining room is reopened at McDonald's, I'm just going to drive my Enclave straight into it.
This is probably a bad time to mention this, but this week's episode.
There's no bad time in my Buick Enclave. Time has no meaning. Let me open the sunroof so I can use the included sundial to tell what time it is, and then I'll tell you if it's a bad time for this.
This week's episode is sponsored by Ford.
Wow, that is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I guess we better start. Well, anyway, I've got this new 2016 Ford Explorer. That's really, it makes me want to barf saying good things about Ford.
I can't do it.
I really want to throw up. The 2019 Ford Fiesta.
Do not throw up in the Buick.
No, I would never.
It's got this. I can't stop talking about my beautiful car. It's got a 3.6 LV6 SIDI with VVT.
Whoa!
I don't want to tell tales out of school, and maybe I'll have to cut this out. But I feel like if your big beautiful Buick Enclave,
oh boy, even you saying it makes me happy and sad. Just get it out your mouth.
Yeah, if it drove right at a 2019 Ford Fiesta in a parking lot, even you're backing up, you're not looking where you're going, you're gonna crunch one of these like a Bigfoot monster car. So this thing's a tin can. It won't protect your family like the Buick Enclave. The Buick Enclave will die for you and your family.
The Buick Enclave. I'm talking about 0% APR for 84 months, guys. These deals are wild.
That's a steal, Justin. You're basically taking the Buick from the dealership at that point.
And Justin, tell me about the curves and what they do, how they satisfy you. The curves.
Oh boy, they got. You can get a personalized look. They got enhanced functionality and utility. There's assist steps if you want to go that route.
No way.
Yeah.
They got universal tablet holders to rear seat entertainment, all kinds of great options to keep the kids occupied. Not that my kids are allowed in it.
Right. Listen, I don't want to burn myself out talking about the Buick. Because listen, we have a lot of weeks of us talking about the Buick ahead of us.
Listen, you buy accessories for this thing online, you're going to get free ground shipping. You know why? Because everybody at Buick loves driving around the Buick so much, they take it as a delight, as a treat to drive to West Virginia to hand deliver it. Because that's more time they get in the Buick.
I will say, I know I just sponsored the idea of moving on, but I will say I love it when you buy a Buick at the Buick dealership, and every time you do, everybody celebrates because they know how happy the Buick is going to make you because it makes them so fucking happy too.
I had a bris the first time, a traditional bris, the first time that I bought a Buick. And then when I came back 3 weeks later for another Buick, they said, it's time for another bris.
Now, wait,
and I said, I don't know how we're gonna do it twice. I want the Buick for sure. They said, okay, so you do want the Buick. You can't have a Buick without the bris. That's what I have been told.
You just kind of dropped the piece of information, Justin. Do you own two big, beautiful Buick Enclaves?
Two in the East Wing. Yes, there are two East Wing Buicks because one was lonely. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
And I am buying them a son.
Yeah.
So there's a third one.
A Buick son. Yeah.
Yes, it is their adopted son. They sadly cannot reproduce independently. I have to buy a new Buick to suit their needs.
So I guess just like I'm fucking disappointed in you for saying you didn't own a Buick. Like, how could you even joke about shit like that?
Yeah. There's nothing funny about Buicks, as we've proven. I just love this big car. So this is an advice show, and we help people. And here's our first question: